Caught on camera, rattled nerves in one state not used to earthquakes.
Plus, making a comeback, the Utah agency using canines once again. We'll explain. Welcome back. Well, we are used to seeing police dogs, but now the Division of Wildlife Resources is putting canines into the field for the first time since the 90s.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? News specialist Mike Anderson was there as officers showed off how the dogs are helping them handle more cases and doing so faster. Mike?
Yeah, Mike and Ashley, you know, if someone is spotted hunting in a restricted area like this, it can be tough for a person to search through looking for maybe someone hiding or hidden evidence, but those canines are trained to do exactly that and to do it very efficiently. Right now, 2 conservation officers with the DWR have Labradors who are trained to find people, guns, and game that might have been picked up illegally. The program went away in the 90s and came back briefly in 2016 until the only canine at the time, Cody, died from cancer. His handler, Officer Joshua Carver, helped train both of the canines now in service. Carver says officers with the DWR are busy and they don't often get enough time to give each case the time they deserve. He says the canine's ability to work fast helped make that more manageable.
There's not that many conservation officers. And so in reality, you get a case, you may get 3 or 4 cases a week, especially the busy time. You may get more than that.
And 1 more canine will be put to work later this year, another next year. And those dogs, remarkably, are trained to know exactly what they're looking for based on what they're wearing. We'll show you how that works coming up at 6:30. Mike Anderson, live at 5.
Mike, thank you.
And Paw Patrol. The new canine's on the job with a unique set of assignments. Coming up. While the U.S. has been hard at work getting international trade deals back on track, these dogs are also back for the first time since the 90s. The story is straight ahead.
And a new report calls out how the Department of Wildlife Resources is using dogs for its conservation efforts after the break.
For the first time since the early 90s, the Division of Wildlife is using canines to help them find poachers, evidence, and much more a lot faster.
New specialist Mike Anderson got an up-close look at how the dogs are helping conservation officers in the field.
Yeah, guys, you know, searching through an area like this can be really tough for a human, but canines can pick out a scent and show officers what they're looking for in a relatively short amount of time, and conservation officers say it's helping them manage their already heavy workloads.
Good boy.
Officer Joshua Carver may be in charge, but on some calls, his partner Carlo might be doing most of the work.
When you have a canine, we're actually shortening up the time frame that we might spend scouring a field looking for something.
Without that keen sense of smell, Carver might never find what he's looking for.
And we might see a footprint, but then, you know, who knows? And he may be able to get away.
Carver helped train both his partner Carlo and Cruz, who now works with Officer Matt Burgess.
We could use these dogs for trespassing cases because of their tracking ability for human scent. We can use them to find wildlife for cases. Also, any other items of evidence.
And they showed us, when the scent is fresh, the results are fast.
Oh, that's a good boy.
And they're trained to instantly know what to look for. One caller for game, others for finding guns or people.
So when I put that harness on him, he is now keying up, oh, I'm tracking a guy, and he knows what's going on.
GPS collars also help them keep track of where they've looked and what they've done.
It helps us be able to explain what we've seen and what we found.
Good boy.
Carver was the first to get a canine partner in 2016 after this program went away in the early 90s. But Cody, this white lab, passed away from cancer. Now, with Carlo and Cruz, the program is back up to speed. And these guys remain partners for life, at home and work, even through retirement.
I don't think he'll ever retire, but when he does retire, he'll be at my house, he'll be my dog, and he'll be living the good life.
And the DWR is already adding 2 more canine units. One will get training next month, the other next year. Back to you.
Mike Anderson on a spectacular night out in Farmington. Thank you, Mike.
And the temperatures are pretty spectacular. They're rebounding at least.
Yeah, not the 60s we had this weekend.